Welcome back to another one of my videos. I hope you guys are having a great day. Today we are making soft baked cake cookies. These were absolutely delicious. I highly recommend making them. So first off, we're going to start off with 2 eggs. And for the oil, I will be adding in avocado oil like I usually do for my baked goods. This is just a substitute. If you don't want to substitute the oil, the regular recipe calls for a half a cup of vegetable oil, but I'm using avocado oil because, like I've mentioned in other videos, avocado oil is just a healthier oil to use versus vegetable oil, so that's why I substitute it, but you do not have to. So if you don't want to, the regular recipe is just vegetable oil. And for those wondering, does the avocado oil make it taste different? I don't think it does at all. That's why I'm perfectly fine with substituting, because I don't notice a difference in taste. And then once I have my oil with my eggs, I am going to whisk it real quick here before we add in the cake mix. Nice thing about this is it's only 3 ingredients. You just need your egg, your oil, and your cake mix. And if you haven't already, we are setting the stove at 350 degrees. That is what these cookies will be baked at. And just a heads up, hopefully you have some strong arm power because this is a very thick batter. You're going to have to use your arm muscles really good for this because it is very thick. But if it's thick, that means you're doing it right because that's the consistency you need for these soft bake cake cookies. When you first start mixing everything together, try to not mix it too quickly because if you mix it just wrong, it will flick all over, as you see I do here in a second because I'm just good at making messes. So until you get the powder kind of compacted down, try to keep your stirring to a minimum so you don't spill like I just did. But anyways, once you have everything mixed well together, you cannot see any more of that dry cake mixture. That's when you'll be all ready to start making your cookie balls. And another thing I would like to add, you can do this either before you start making your mixture or once you have all your cookie balls rolled out. But I do recommend putting your frosting in the fridge just so it cools while everything is being baked. Now I did put my frosting in a frosting bag with a piping tip. That way I can get that good kind of bakery signature look to my cookies. But you do not have to frost them that way if you don't want to. That's just how I frosted them today. And this recipe does make 12 soft bake cake cookies, for those who are wondering. Another thing that is important while you're making these cookies is after you have them baked, so they are going to bake for 10 minutes, you want to pull them out and then just place them and leave them be for 5 minutes. Let them cool for 5 minutes before you remove them off of the cooking tray. So that's super important. You don't want to forget. So this is what they look like when they first are popped in the oven, and this is what they look like when they are fully cooked. Like I said, once they're cooked, leave them be for 5 minutes, and this is what they look like once they've been sitting for 5 minutes. And now we're going to get into frosting our cookies. Like I said, here I am using a piping bag with a frosting tip, just to add a little more design, make them more pretty, kind of like that bakery style-ish, if that makes any sense. But you can frost it however you like. I just like doing it this way because I bought all of my frosting tips and all my piping bags off of Amazon. You can get a big pack of piping bags for like $2-3, and then a set of frosting tips is about $6, and you get a whole bunch of different kinds of frosting tips. So it's super cheap and affordable. Highly recommend checking that out if you want to. Definitely adds a little more pizzazz to your baked goods, since obviously you get to try to decorate them like bakers do. Now I'm still learning. I'm not saying what I'm doing right here looks perfect, but it looks pretty enough for me. So And as long as family members aren't lying, they always say it looks professional when I make cupcakes or cookies and frost them this way. That, and I just think it's kind of fun because, I mean, it kind of makes you feel like a baker. But anyways, I'll stop rambling like that. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. I'm hoping to hit 1,000 subscribers before January, before I welcome in baby number 2. If you haven't known already, I am pregnant, expecting my second child. And yeah, so if you could hit that subscribe button, share this video, and also if you would like to leave a comment, I'd love to hear back from you guys. If there's a certain baked good you want to see me make or a dinner dish you want to see me make, just leave a comment below. I'd be happy to make it. And if you're wondering why cookies are already missing more than just one, that's because I made these while my family was in the house, so of course everyone couldn't wait.